walking the dog, as long as the sun shines, we're good.
Good. Well, there was some good news today. I saw an article about Walmart and the 4 Paylesses here as they can get the vaccine. We'll start administering shots also. So that's a big plus for the community.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Is TJ here yet or not?
I don't see him. Michelle, do you see him logged in? No.
We have a caller one, but I don't know who caller one is.
Maybe this is TJ coming now. Hey, Gene Hackey, are you in for? Oh, Justin's on too. Okay, good. I see.
Yeah, he just popped on.
Got it. Looks like we're still waiting for one person who's trying to get in.
Okay.
And I still do not see TJ.
Well, unless TJ's just okay.
TJ's arrived.
Good.
Okay, good. Good. And I think you have everyone, and Josh, you can start anytime.
Okay, and you're recording? Someone's
Oh,
recording?
yes. Thank you. Dennis would kill me if I'd forgotten that.
Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning. We'd like to welcome you to the January 28th meeting of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission. We want to declare that there's a quorum present for us to conduct the business of the Redevelopment Commission. And so we'll follow the meeting according to the agenda and take care of all of the action items that we have today. First of all, we want to elect officers for the 2021 fiscal year. And so we're going to turn to the current Vice President, Jim Terry, to present information related to the slate.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate a slate of officers. Josh as president, Shelley as vice president, and TJ as secretary.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. 2 questions. First of all, are there any nominations from the floor, i.e. the other commissioners who are on the call? Hearing none. Second question, are the officers who've been nominated, are you prepared and ready to stand for office? A nod or a yes would be good.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any other information related to the slate? And if not, we would ask for a motion to close the slate, the nomination, close the nominations.
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. So we need to take a roll call vote if there's no further discussion. Roll call, please. Cindy, thank you for helping us out again today.
TJ?
Yes.
There, Jim?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Josh?
Aye.
Slate passes.
Well, Jackie, help me if I mess this up, but what I would like to consider that as to the nominations are closed, and now we want to actually elect by acclamation the slate that's been presented to the Redevelopment Commission. So if there is a motion to elect the slate as presented for 2021 officers of the Redevelopment Commission.
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Any further discussion about that? Jackie, we're on okay terms?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. So Cindy, if you would help us out again, please, with the roll call vote.
TJ?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Shelley?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Passes. Welcome new officers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who is willing to stand and serve the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission over our next 12 months as officers. All right, we have another item of business, the December 17th, 2020 minutes of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission. Has everyone had a chance to review those minutes?
And Josh, we understand that there was a Scrivener's error on the bottom of the second page that we'll take care of. We signed Jim Terry's name when it should have been yours, so we'll change that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that correction. And that does not alter the content of the minutes as presented. So we still, are there any other changes to the minutes? And if not, we would entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I move we approve the minutes.
Second.
Thank you both. So presuming there's no further discussion, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Cindy, you're muted.
Hope you couldn't read my lips. TJ?
Yep.
Jim?
Aye.
Shelley?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Minutes approved.
Thank you so much. Okay, so at this point, we have some public hearing that we need to conduct that affects the further business of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission. And so we would accept a motion to suspend, I use the word suspend, the regular meeting of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission.
So move.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Cindy, we're going to put you to a lot of work this morning. Maybe we have a roll call vote.
TJ?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Shelley?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Suspended
And
into public hearing.
Thank you so much. May we have, I think we need a motion to open the public hearing as well. So if we could do that, please.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, guys. So may we have a roll call vote regarding the opening of the public hearing?
TJ?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Shelley?
Aye.
Josh? We're now
Aye.
in public hearing.
Thank you. So we have a public hearing for the purposes of looking at a budget resolution, LRC 2021-01. This resolution actually appropriates money for the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission for this fiscal year 2021, all the way through, of course, December 31st, 2021, and obligates the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission for all of its claims and expenses and obligations for that particular year. John, is there anything that you or the office and or the mayor want to add to this?
I think the only thing that Dennis wanted me to share was that he had met with each of you individually and went over the budget. And the only thing I think that changed was that there was a slight decrease in funding for the maintenance complex on McCarty Lane, correct, Mayor?
Yes, that's correct. And I will tell you from my standpoint, Dennis and I and Tim Clary, our city controller, went over these budgets no probably than 10 times before you saw them working through, because we have lots of projects going on. So there's been substantial review to these. We are comfortable that these are where these items funds need to be.
Thank you. Thank you, John, and thank you, Mayor Rosworski. Is there any comment from the public regarding the LRC 2021-01, the 2021 budget resolution?
Cindy, you did not receive any
No,
comment.
I received none.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Well, hearing no comments within the context of the meeting this morning, we're going to presume there's no public comment for that particular item. And then we have a second item that we also are interested in public comment. This is resolution LRC 2021-02, specifically regarding the McCarty Police Station. And John, I think I'll let you speak to this, and the mayor as well. And
Sure.
We'll see if there's any public comment.
All right. So this is the last step in the process to get this project, the public safety building and parking garage, included in the McCarty TIF. since that TIF will be contributing some funding to this project as well. I think you all approved it through a declaratory resolution a couple of months ago. Then it went, I think, to City Council. Jackie, correct me if I'm wrong. Also went to the Area Planning Commission, and now this is the final step where it comes back to you for the confirmatory resolution.
Thank you, John. Mr. Mayor, any comments from you? Not to put you on the spot. Just
No, that's okay. John explained that very well. This is the last step in adding that project to that TIF plan. So funding can be used towards that project out of this TIF area. And this is the last step after that long process.
Thank you. Any comments from the commissioners? Any comments from the public who might be in attendance?
I received none in my office.
Thank you.
We didn't either.
Okay, thank you. So hearing no comments for LRC 2021-02 regarding the McCarty Police Station, then we would ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote.
TJ,
Aye.
Harry.
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Holman.
Aye.
Passed or reconvene to the regular meeting.
Thank you very much. And so we will, I as chair, will reopen the regular meeting. We need a motion for this as well, Jackie?
You did do two motions to open it, so I'd recommend doing two motions to close it as well and reconvene.
I think you just suggested that I take a motion now to reopen the regular meeting.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So is there a motion to reopen the regular meeting of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. So roll call vote, please.
TJ,
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Passed to reconvene to our regular meeting.
Thank you. So within the, having reconvened the regular monthly meeting of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission, we now will take action on the two items that were presented in the public hearing. And that first action item under the new business is LRC 2021-01, the 2021 budget, budget resolution. And so, again, as John mentioned, all of us had an opportunity to review these budgets, to be able to understand what is planned for expenditures as well as the revenue for 2021. I think altogether, the budgets are just under $13 million, according to my calculations. And so, is there any comment and or discussion by the commissioners? Any further information at all needed for this particular resolution by either the office staff or anyone else in the meeting?
No.
Thank you. Then we would entertain a motion to approve the 2021 budget resolution, LRC 2021-01.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Jim.
Second.
Thank you, Shelley. So it's been moved and properly seconded to approve this resolution. Any further discussion? Not, may we have a roll call vote?
TJ,
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
LRC 2021-01 passes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So having approved the budget for the year, we'll move on to resolution 2021-02, the McCarty Police Station. The resolution to be able to continue this particular work and everything associated with it. Is there any
Josh,
comment? Yes, sir.
Real
Yes,
quick.
sir.
I know that's the way it's written, and I know you're reading off that, but I do, just for clarification and for the purpose of the minutes, there is no police station on McCarty Lane. It is the police station in downtown Lafayette, but because the police serve the entire community, the process we went through will allow us to take revenues from that TIF to help pay for that facility. So I don't want to create any confusion of its location, or maybe some substation or something on McCarty Lane. This is all specifically for the police station located on North 6th Street, directly across from City Hall.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarification for all who are in the meeting and any who might view the meeting later. So yes. Yes, and in my haste for this meeting, I was reading very quickly, but appreciate
Oh, that's
understanding
okay.
we're talking about the McCarty TIF. Yes. Other comments related to this particular resolution? Hearing none, seeing none as well, we would entertain a motion to approve LRC 2021-02 related to the McCarty TIF as funds for the future police station.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you for that motion and that second. Any further discussion? May we have a roll call vote?
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
LRC 2021-02 passes 4-0.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So with that item of business concluded, we'll continue with several other items, beginning with the American Structure Point Change in Services document. So John, we'll start putting you on the spot.
Okay, good, thank you. So
Yes.
clearly for a change in services in our contract with American Structure Point, which is the design consultant who's been leading the design process for the new public safety building and parking garage. Mike Hoopengarner is on the call with us, as well as Deb Kuntz, who's our owner's representative. As the project has developed and evolved, the scope has changed a little bit, and so this is just an increase in the services from American Structure Point, so that we need to cover. So Deb or Mike, I'm not sure which one of you wants to jump in and maybe add a little bit more, or Mayor, I'll also let you elaborate if you like.
Yeah, so why don't I put one fine point on that? And this is really a result of trying to ensure that when we get construction started this spring, that we have the full 100% design of the structural system. So this is really about breaking out the design phase into multiple phases so that we can get started in construction and we can make sure that we get the project completed on time. But in order to do that, there is a small premium to be paid on the structural design aspect only. And that is exactly what this is. So I'll turn it over to Mike.
Yeah, we have just been asked to expedite our structural design services, and we're asking for a supplemental service just for that effort.
Josh, you're muted.
I did mute myself. I needed to shuffle my papers, so I was trying to be quiet. I'm sorry. So thank both of you for your comments and your presentations. Are there any further questions from the commissioners? And then I know Mr. Mayor also may want to say something.
And Mayor, you're muted also.
Yes, we're trying to stay on a timeline, and also the project has gotten a little bit larger when we originally started also. And so, it's very important that we are able to do things at certain times, and we think an opportunity to expedite a few things and get started. So this is a change to the original agreement and the original timeline. So we would appreciate your support.
Yes, thank you. Hearing no questions from the commissioners, is there a motion to approve this change in services for American Structure Point?
So moved.
think that was
Second.
Jim and TJ. So if TJ, you mind being second on that?
Yeah, second.
Thank you. Thank you. Any further discussion on this topic? If not, may we have a roll call vote, please?
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Shelley,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
American Structure Point change order passes 4-0.
Thank you. Thank you all for attending today. You're welcome to stay within the context of the meeting if you'd like. I know we have some other business that's semi-related, but we'll continue on with the meeting. The next item of business, new business, is the core planning strategies agreement. This is an agreement that impacts the F&E furniture and equipment for the new police station parking garage project. John.
Okay, I'll just give a quick introduction and turn this back over to Deb Kuntz again from Core Planning Strategies. But as you all know, we hired Core Planning Strategies at the beginning of this project to help, to act as the owner's representative for us as we go through this entire huge project for the city, for the new public safety building and parking garage. And as we've gone through this process, now we're to the point where we're looking at the furnitures, fixtures, and so realizing what a huge task that is, and we feel that there is some expertise in Core Planning Strategies staff that would help us a great deal in that regard. So we didn't include those services initially, so we'd like to expand that to include these services. So Deb, I'll let you elaborate a little bit more.
Yeah. So just to elaborate on that, since Dennis will continue to be the lead on the furniture, the selection and overall coordination, we're really just providing support to Dennis. So we've written this as an hourly letter of agreement, and our intent is to not spend all the hours. So we will be available to him as he needs us. And so that is the way we wrote the contract, knowing that Lafayette will still be in the lead on this.
Thank you, Deb. Any questions from any of the commissioners? I have a question, maybe two. First of all, there's certainly a number of hours that are here, and one of them includes some information about the showroom and that type of thing. How much of this contract do y'all envision as virtual as opposed to on-site? And I know this contract is probably later down the road, this work.
Yeah, so part of the furniture is actually selecting the right furniture partner to give you what kind of furniture that you want. And so one of the important steps in that, furniture is really something you should touch and feel. So typically during the process, we recommend that you actually go to the showrooms and actually touch and feel and sit in the chairs and really see the chairs and tables and things like that. So right now that is plugged in as a step in the process. If for some reason COVID gets so restrictive that we just can't do that, you can make the decision based on pictures, but it is always better to touch and feel it.
Thank you. And as I relook at my notes, that is the only question that I have.
Josh, if I could just quickly add,
Yes, sir.
you know, we did not have this in the original contract with Deb and Core Strategies, and I don't typically do this, but I will say that we have been incredibly pleased with their services and the efficiencies that they have already created for us in this process. I've been very, very happy, and I think Deb and her team's probably already actually paid for themselves in what they've helped us find and efficiencies and things like that. And so when we got to this part, I think we have the same opportunity here. And just quite honestly, we're working on this now to keep this project on schedule to be completed by the end of 2022. And staff-wise, we just don't have the number of people to do all of this ourselves, nor do we have the expertise to do all of this ourselves. And so I don't think we'll use the whole amount, but I'm comfortable with the way this is written because I've just been incredibly pleased with their services to us so far.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions by the commissioners? Is there a motion?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. So that's a motion to approve this letter of agreement with Core Planning Strategies. there's no further discussion, we'll go with the roll call vote.
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Shelley,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye,
Core planning agreement passes 4-0.
thank you. Continuing with the business of the commission, we have the IDC Marketing Downtown 2021 Plus Strategic Marketing Platform. John, back to you.
Hey, and actually, Mayor, if you don't mind, I'm going to pass this one to you to introduce. And I know Patrick Netz is here from IDC to talk about this as well. So,
Right.
Mayor.
Sure. Well, I'll be happy to start here. Thank you, John. Thank you to the commission. You know, Dennis and I have been talking, and we've all been working very diligently as the effects of COVID has hit a lot of our local restaurants, our mom and pops, our small businesses, particularly in the downtown area where, you know, unfortunately you don't have 15,000 cars a day driving by you every day to make you think about stopping there. It's more of a destination. And so we know some of those businesses have been hit really, really hard. And we've worked very diligently here at the city. As you know, we did the first round of small business loans earlier in the year, about $400,000 worth. And we're in the process of doing phase 2, which is another $400,000 in loans to additional businesses. And through the work we've done with Fresh Air Eats and some of those other things, you know, we probably are right about that $1 million mark, trying to help our locally owned small businesses. But we know that we need to take this even to the next step as hopefully we are coming, you know, we come out of COVID over the next several months and some of the restrictions can be lifted, and really getting people to think about downtown again and change, you know, getting back in those patterns of coming back down here. As you know, before COVID hit, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, you couldn't find a place to park. I mean, it was, you know, just what we were hoping for. And I think it's really important that us as the city of Lafayette help get those numbers back to where we want them and get people thinking. So we're pleased to be partnering with IDC, a locally owned downtown business. And I will turn it over to Patrick at this point to go over kind of what we're looking at with this. This is just phase 1, but what we're looking at with phase 1 from him and his team. So Patrick, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Happy to be here to walk you through some of the bigger, larger ideas and answer any questions, of course. IDC marketing has been downtown, I think, going on 49 years this year. It's pretty crazy. And this is probably the slowest my office is right over Main Street. So it's the slowest I've seen Main Street in you know, the decades that we've been down here. IDC is also fortunate enough to have helped with the streetscapes and intimately know a lot of the businesses and developing the PR programming and the campaign around that to make sure that everyone knew that the downtown is open for business. In a way, this kind of represents a leveraging, or the next phase of downtown is open for business. In a larger picture, also leverages all the hard work done by the new Greater Lafayette branding programming that's going on right now, but really kind of puts an eye on the downtown. And initially, this started out initial conversations considering a business-to-business proposition. So let's get businesses to consider moving downtown, more retail level businesses, more office businesses. Let's get more people to consider downtown as a destination for their residents. So more conversion into the apartments that are going up, and more people just inhabiting downtown. And as COVID hit, the scope did open up a little bit through conversations with David and Dennis to include the campaign would umbrella to say that downtown is a viable option for destination for shopping, dining, entertainment experience. The first phase of this is in 3 big parts. It's really data gathering. We're going to talk, the idea is to interview and go deep dive with several of the retail I mean, real estate professionals downtown to talk about commercial and residential and what people are looking for and expecting and what their experiences are living and moving to downtown with their business or their residents. And then out of that, the insights we pull from that, I think at the same time, we're going to leverage the research that was done for the Greater Lafayette branding, that hopefully there'll be some insights in there that we can leverage to pull into what specifically makes downtown a destination for not only business, but residential, but also the shopping, dining. And out of that, the insights we pull from the research part will develop the strategic marketing platform. And the part 3 of that would be the campaign development, which would be the actual thing that might be outward bound. For real estate professionals, there's my document right there. Thank you very much. So for real estate professionals, it may look like a one sheet to talk about options for why to move downtown. We also envision a landing page and also some consumer programming around PR and events that would probably scale larger. But I think that is part of phase 2, which we talked about as soon as we kind of build out this campaign. Who do we reach and how do we reach them? So we think in a lot of grassroots, but also just kind of revitalizing downtown in a way that, like the mayor talked about it, you couldn't find a parking space on a Friday, Saturday night. Let's make that permit parking for residents and businesses as well. So you have my document. Please let me know if there's any questions, or happy to entertain conversation on this.
Thank you. Thank you, Patrick. Are there questions from the commissioners? Okay. I hope you guys would just jump in. I do have a couple of questions, y'all, and I'll try to be very brief. One, I'm wondering about the timeline for this activity, because I might have missed it in the document, but I didn't see it there.
So the way we work, we have 2 15-day sprints that we look at. The first one is to do the data gathering and developing the strategic messaging platform. So we look at 15 business days for each one of those sprints, and out of that also comes the campaign development. So that when the strategic messaging platform is developed, we will also put together, I think I talk about it on, when we were doing the strategic messaging platform, we were going to do samples of what the components will look like in a campaign and do campaign messaging that will be part of that. But the campaign won't be a major component of, like, you won't see like media buys or what the executionals will be. That will be phase 2. So we're looking at 2 15-day sprints to put this together once we get approval.
Wow, okay. Second question, there's a mention of a sort of a campaign landing page, and I think you mentioned that in your oral presentation just now as well. Are we talking about a web page or something to that effect, and connected to the city's web page, or completely separate, or what?
So typically what we like to do is make sure that any messaging, if you think about a campaign that's going to encompass business to business as well as business to consumer, you're going to be having some messaging that is specific to what you want the action to happen. What do you want people to do? And you're going to have, when they receive that one pager from the real estate for either commercial or residential, or a consumer, someone in the area or outside the area sees something about downtown and they want to learn more, we want to funnel them onto a page to direct them to the right place, so that it's almost when you get a piece of information you want to and you want to learn more, you go to that website, and it could be a Facebook page, it could be something like that as well. But if you want to learn more, you go someplace, and that may just be a half a page or something on the Greater Lafayette site, someplace that talks about our campaign. It's not a whole website, it's really just a page development that mirrors the communication so that people know they're in the right place, and then we can tell them what to do next, how to reach out to real estate and talk about the restaurants. It's very much like the Streetscapes Open for Business, downtown Lafayette is open.com that we have up right now, but that's specific to that campaign, so it won't be like that, but it's literally like one page with all the information, so people can, if they hear about it, they can go look at it.
Thank you. And I appreciate everyone's indulgence. I have one more question. It might be for you, Mr. Mayor. But given that this is sort of information that'll be gathered, and I understand now in a very quick manner, might we make this information available, not just those who are interested in the campaign, but in the general community? Maybe someone like the library or other local culture institutions, make the information that's found out. Can we make that available to other institutions, to others who might be able to use the data that's been found in the survey for their own marketing purposes and or for whatever we're doing in terms of our own mission and our vision? So I don't know who might want to answer that question, and you don't have to give a great commitment, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, I off the top of my head, I don't see any reason why we would not share that information, particularly with other public organization, like I said, the library, arts, other people that we want to help us promote the community and promote them being successful. That's all part of it. So, I mean, the city's paying for the information, so I wouldn't know why we couldn't off the top of our head legally. And I certainly want to share whenever we are all successful. That's what we try to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question, I think, too. And the streetscapes, we did an initial survey of this when we started the streetscape several years ago of all the downtown businesses. And then at the same time, we heard they needed marketing materials. So that was kind of the same thing. We developed a platform around, you know, template postcards and template Facebook headers that they could use to help with them. So that's not necessarily part of this scope of this project, but that falls in that same area of let's use this information the right way to help further the needs of our community, businesses and residential. So
thank you very much. So I appreciate it. Those are all the questions I had. Again, thanks for everybody's for their indulgence. I just like to understand and know what's going on from my own viewpoint. Any further comments, questions from the commission? If not, we'd entertain a motion for this particular IDC marketing platform agreement.
So moved.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Jim. Presuming there's no further discussion, we'll have a roll call vote.
TJ?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Shelley?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Agreement with IDC passes.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, Patrick, and we'll look forward to that work.
thank you.
Yes, we'll continue on with the agenda. IWM Consulting Group. John.
Yes, so as we continue with the project associated with the new public safety building and parking garage, we want to continue doing our due diligence with regard to potential environmental issues on the site and the properties that the city owns there. And so we've engaged IWM Consulting Group to help us with that. And I think there's someone from IWM on the call, and Deb also, I think you might be able to help us some of the specifics as well. Is that Christy?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm Brad, but
oh, Brad.
Showed up apparently. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so the proposal that we had submitted as part of your police station development activities, you guys are going to be raising the structure at 625 Columbia Street. We have done an initial asbestos survey there, documented the presence of asbestos. That asbestos will need to be properly abated prior to the structure being raised. So this proposal incorporated time for us to do a site walk with the projected abatement contractor. We did a little bit of additional sampling because between the first inspection we did and the second one, there was quite a bit of like ceiling tile that had been removed and exposed. So it exposed stuff that wasn't accessible the first site visit we had done. So we completed that. We did the site walk with the contractor. And then we have a subcontractor, J&B Environmental Abatement. They're out of Lafayette area, so it's a local company that'll be doing the abatement. And then it includes time for us to do the initial meeting with them and, confirmation, once they're out of there, just making sure everything was done appropriately, and then assist with any type of pre-demolition permitting as necessary from an abatement standpoint.
Thank you. Other comments related to this project?
Yeah, the only other comment I would make is this is a necessary step before the building is demolished. And so this is just one of those environmental due diligence steps that needs to be done. So.
Thank you, Deb. Okay. Well, continuing on with this particular activity for the IWM Consulting Group for abatement site visit. And I think this was written in such a manner that it was an amount not to exceed in terms of that total price. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Shelley, and thank you, TJ. Any further comments? Not, we'll have a roll call vote.
TJ,
Aye.
Tim,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye,
Agreement with IWM passes 4-0.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, you're welcome. Good luck in your work.
Appreciate it.
Mhm. Okay, continuing on, we have a letter of agreement with Houston Solar, which I'm gonna presume is a subgroup of Houston Electric, but maybe not. And this relates to the public safety building, the police station. John, you have some comments?
Actually, I'm going to turn this right over to Deb.
Okay. Well, we want to be good environmental stewards. And so solar has been proposed for this project. And Houston Electric, who is obviously a local contractor, does a lot in the solar arena, we're asking a $11,000 contract to help us design the actual solar that would go on top of the police station. Early indicators is that solar on top of the station could lead to somewhere between 20 to 40% of savings on electricity, which is huge. And it also is an opportunity for you to do a smart environmental and plan for your future. So we're excited about the potential for this. We need a design so that we can make sure that it gets bid with Kettle Hut work and in terms of the implementation. So this is and the initial payback theories is that it's probably gonna be a payback of maybe 8 to 10, maybe just slightly over 10 years. So it's a pretty good payback as far as solar goes. So this is a pretty small investment to get the design going and certified so that we can get some bids and ultimately install solar on top of the police station.
Thank you.
Josh, this
yes,
is
sir.
thank you, Josh. This is a very high priority for me. Committed to having solar on the top of the police station and doing the right thing for the environment and working to reduce carbon footprint. And as you know, we're also working on a couple potential solar fields at the wastewater treatment plant. So I think this is important for us to do, and the city to be doing their part and helping send that message when it comes to climate change and protecting our natural resources. And so we're glad to be working with Houston. They are a local company here. They are a division of Houston Electric, and to keep this process moving.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Any comments or questions from commissioners? So I'm just curious why some particular language was used on page 1 of this document. There's a bold heading that says additional deliverables, but that paragraph below that talks about design liability remaining with Houston Electric.
Yeah, so this is the act. Yeah, if I could address that.
Yes,
And
please,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Matt from Houston is actually on the call or not, so he could probably weigh in this as well. But this is truly the design of the solar system, and they will provide certified drawings. Those drawings will include the one-line drawing, the layout with the pathways, the 3D rendering, just so we can get a good sense of it. But they really will be drawings that can be that the city can use to bid from and construct from. And so, like in any design and construction scenario, if there is an issue with the design, the liability for that design ultimately lies with Houston Electric.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I am here, and we agree.
Thank you. All right. Is there a motion to approve the agreement, Houston Electric Solar?
Motion to approve the agreement between Houston Electric.
Second.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Shelley. Hearing no further discussion, may we have a roll call vote?
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Agreement with Houston passes 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Continuing on, under new business, Keystone Architecture. I think we have the potential of an agreement for them to create a master plan for the Lafayette Theater. John?
Yes, thank you. Well, as you all recall, probably from last year, we engaged Keystone Architecture to help us in a building condition assessment of the Lafayette Theater. And so this contract is to kind of take this to the next level, to help us define a little more, in a little more detail, what the next steps should be with regard to potential renovations to the Lafayette Theater itself, as well as looking at the possibility of utilizing maybe a portion of, or potentially all of the adjacent building at 610 Main Street to see if the programming needs for the theater would require, potential expansion into that space. Our opportunity to look at that. So we have Justin Sorber from Keystone Architecture on the call, as well as Gene Hackey from Keystone. Also, John Huey from Long Center is on the call because, as you may recall, Long Center will be managing the Lafayette Theater space, or is managing the Lafayette Theater space. So this is our hope to further our process in the development of an enhanced and better utilized Lafayette Theater. So Justin, would you like to maybe jump in, or the mayor, if he has anything else to add to this?
Why don't we go ahead and let the folks from Keystone talk about a little bit about what they'll be doing, and John, and then I'll finish up when they're done.
Okay.
Okay. So the intent of this step of this project now is just to build upon the facility assessment that was done last year on the theater itself, and look at kind of programming out what space needs are necessary for the long-term use of the theater. We know that, the theater was originally designed to show movies in, and anybody that's been in there kind of knows the restroom facilities and support spaces are, not ideal, not ADA compliant, and there's an opportunity with the adjacent building to maybe enhance some of the functions of the theater by including it in the program of that overall facility. So the idea with this phase of the work is just to, now that we know the condition of the theater, figure out what those space needs are, and figure out what kind of infrastructure already exists in the theater and the 610 building, and then see, how we can best use both facilities to meet the overall needs of the theater for the long-term use of the city's use of it.
Thank you. Is there someone else beside the mayor? Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Josh, and ladies and gentlemen of the commission. Just to backtrack just a little bit, as you know, we acquired the Lafayette Theater and immediately went to work doing some, preliminary things to get it usable. We, as Justin talked about, the original study, the kind of the walkthrough, Kettle Hut and other people led to us doing, like, I think we have 3 new air conditioning units on the roof. We've done other improvements to the inside with the ceilings and the walls, and thanks to the leadership of John Huey, who has just done a fantastic job through some very difficult times in a very difficult year. What a great year to acquire an extra theater for him to try to do something with during COVID. But we've got the theater where it is certainly usable, as John will tell you, and some of the things he's working on right now with other organizations. It is certainly usable. But it does, as we look long-term, we've talked about that it would need some significant renovations to really then get it to that level, junction with the Long Center and Loeb Stadium, and the capacity of those three venues to host a variety of different types of arts and entertainment opportunities for the community in a way that, quite frankly, we've never been able to do before. And I don't think a lot of cities our size would be able to accomplish that. And so this study will help us see what that next level starts to look like, maybe what those costs look like. And as Justin said, there is a potential opportunity. I mean, that's all it is at this point, with the building right next door to it, to have that a part of the Lafayette Theater. And that may be very beneficial from the opportunity of having better restrooms, as he said, ticketing areas, better lobby, a kitchen, a catering grade kitchen in there, maybe for events at the Lafayette and Long Center, both, that might be able to be used in different ways, and some shared activity space also. So we are looking forward to working with Keystone and their team here. I know there are a lot of local folks involved that care about downtown and the community, and so we're looking forward to getting to that next level so we can keep making progress and we can keep planning financially how we need to handle this major renovation that'll come in the future. So we certainly would appreciate your support.
Thank you. Any questions or comments or further information about this particular topic? Hearing none, we would entertain a motion for the development of the Lafayette Theater Master Plan with an agreement with Keystone Architecture.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you, Shelley. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Agreement with Keystone Architecture passes 4-0.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to you all, and we'll look forward to seeing that master plan.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Continuing on with the agenda, the next item is the director's report.
Right, Dennis asked me to just end on a couple of projects, so I will do that on his behalf. Well, first of all, just you haven't probably already noticed, I'm sure you have, that the 2 downtown streetscape projects are done, and both I think look really, really good. The Ellsworth project, which is the new mixed-use development project at the just southwest of the City Hall, has broken ground. That's going to be a 97-unit apartment building with first floor retail and also some, I believe, first floor parking is underway. So you've probably seen the bulldozers over there, and earth is actually starting to be moved. The other project that is, will hopefully beginning here soon is 631 Main Street, that will be called the Luna, in kind of an homage to the old movie theater that was on that site. This is the parking lot directly across the street from the Lafayette Brewing Company. Just got approved through the Area Plan Commission, and will probably be coming back to City Council next month. So that's the report Dennis asked me to share.
Thank you, John. Since Dennis is not here, I'm not sure it's fair to ask if there are any questions of John. But if the commission,
you can probably wait it.
Okay. Any questions or comments regarding the director's report? If not, we will accept the director's report and file it with the minutes of this meeting. The next item of business are the claims. The claims were sent out, the January 2021 claims, to the commissioners. You've had a chance to review those. Are there any questions and or comments about the January claims? I do not have any, you all.
Wow. I'm impressed, Josh.
Thanks. Okay, is there a motion regarding the January 2021 claims?
Motion to. Go ahead, TJ.
Okay, motion to approve $4,608,023.62 for January claims.
Second.
Thank you, TJ and Jim. So we would go ahead and have a roll call vote for the claims.
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Shelley,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye,
Claims approved, 4-0.
thank you. So, John, I know you said you were impressed, but I think we probably should be impressed with the work of Tim Clare in his office.
That's right.
Thank you. All
Thanks,
right.
Joe.
Yes, continuing on, just two more items. Public comment. We have an opportunity on the agenda for any public comment for this January meeting of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission. I think the city clerk has already indicated there were no public comments.
No,
that she
I received none.
And I don't know if I presume there's no public on the meeting today that would like to comment. Okay, I'm sorry, Jackie, I don't remember if I need to do something else with the public comments. We don't need to do a roll call vote or anything with that.
No, we don't need to do anything else with that.
Thank you, thank you. Then we are at the end of our meeting for today. Just want to appreciate the commissioners who are in attendance and everyone else. Appreciate your attention to this very lengthy agenda that I'm going to give Dennis Carson a hard time about when I see him again. It's a lot of business that has been conducted on behalf of the city of Lafayette and really on behalf of our entire community in terms of our geographic area. So thanks to everyone for their work. If there is nothing else to come before the commission today, we would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guests who were here today. We still need a roll call vote before we all sign off. So commissioners, Cindy, Mary, please.
TJ,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Shelley,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.